Hello S1, and it's me today in the video. Long time no see, hope you're all doing well and coping with lockdown and the remote learning. I've had some really good work coming in from you all, so it seems like most of us are coping really well with it. For today's lesson we're going to be looking at volume and capacity. In the last lesson you've learned how to find the volume of a cuboid, so I'm just very quickly going to show you or remind you what you should be able to do. So I have a cuboid here, and if I wanted to find its volume, then we know our success criteria is to state the formula we're going to use, which is the formula we learnt in the last lesson, length times breadth times height. We then substitute our values in. Which one's the length doesn't really matter. We're just going to multiply these three numbers together. We're going to do 10 times 15 times 8, and when I do that I get 1200. And all of these were in centimetres, so I've done centimetres times centimetres times centimetres, so my units here are centimetres cubed. So that's what you should have been able to do in the last lesson. Apologies for the light shining here, but hopefully you can see that. That's what you should have been able to do in the last lesson. Today we're going to link it with capacity. Capacity, very similar to volume. Volume's described as the space inside a 3D object. Capacity we tend to use when we're talking about liquids or fluids. So you might talk about the capacity of a water bottle. And for capacity, we just use different units. So we've used centimetres cubed up to this point. And what you need to know is that 1 centimetre cubed is also the same as 1 milliliter. And that is probably something you'll have seen on the side of your bottles when you're buying your juice at lunchtime. We don't have to write milliliter, we can just write 1 ml. So 1 centimetre cubed is equal to 1 milliliter. So if my answer across here is 1200 centimetres cubed, that means this cuboid also holds 1200 millilitres. It's just exactly the same conversion. The other conversion you need is to know that millilitres, when we've got lots of millilitres, we can use litres. So 1 litre is equal to 1000 millilitres. So again, think of your 1 litre bottle, it holds 1000 millilitres. And knowing this fact then allows us to be able to convert between litres and millilitres. And there's a quick, or there's a good way to do it. Basically, if I've got something in litres and I want to change it into millilitres, then all I have to do, take the number of litres I've got and I times it by 1000. If I want to go the other way, if I want to go from millilitres to litres, working back the way, well, how do I undo multiplying by 1000? I divide by 1000. And remember, we've looked at these techniques in class. How do we quickly multiply a number by 1000? We are going to move the digits up 3 columns. How do I divide by 1000? We move digits down 3 columns. So if we look at a couple of quick examples, this will allow you to get into the textbook afterwards. So imagine I've got a bottle. It holds 2.5 litres. I want to know how many millilitres that is. So 2.5 litres. 2.5 litres, I'm going to times by 1000. That will turn it into millilitres. I'm going to shift these digits up 3 columns. This 2 goes from the ones column into the tens, the hundreds, the thousands. Likewise, the 5 moves up 3 columns and it's now in the hundreds column. So a 2.5 litre bottle holds 2500 millilitres. Example 2, we'll maybe work back the way. Let's have a look at something that had 840 millilitres. So I've got millilitres, I want to get back to litres, I'm going to divide by 1000. These digits are going to move down 3 columns, so my 8 moves from the hundreds, tens, ones, and then into the tens column beyond the decimal point. So this will be 0.84 litres. So 840 millilitres, 0.84 litres. So at this point I would pause the video and copy down this side here into your notes jotter. So put it in the back of your jotter. It'll be a good thing to look back on. Okay, and then just in a second, the questions I would like you to do in the textbook will appear at the end of this video. Hope you're all well. As always, if you need any help, please do get in touch. Contact me through Teams, send me an email, and I'll do what I can to help. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon.